Monday. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I had a very eventful weekend. We are here, another great day in the Lord. Thank you, Father, for another day. This curl check, heart check, Monday edition goes out to my uncle, and he knows why. So today I want to talk about how to get a log out of your eye. And this is coming from Matthew 7, and most specifically 3 through 6. But it'll take us back into the Old Testament as well. I want to tell you quickly a story about what happened this weekend. So we are currently replacing the toilets in our home. One bathroom went smoothly, no issues. The other bathroom, though, so difficult. We've gone through 3 different toilets, installing, uninstalling, reinstalling, going back to the store, buying different tools. We've gone through 2 different brands. We started with one brand. That toilet just didn't flush. It didn't have enough pressure. We're not sure. It ain't right. So we do the same brand, but a more high-end, a championed type of product. We get that one on. This gotta work. It's saying it can swallow down golf balls, and like I ever need that, but okay. So do that. Same issue. It's not flushing. There's not enough pressure. The water just sits there. You know what it is? It's the brand. It's that brand. It doesn't work with our house. It's requiring too much of our system. Let's go get another brand. So we go get another brand. We install that one. Same issue. Okay. You know what it is? It's the hose. So the original plumber came over. He put this hose on it. He replaced our older one. It's the hose. It's faulty. No, that's not it, because the other bathroom's toilet is working just fine. Okay. So at this point, it's just a matter of research. So we go to the great internet and we're looking for different solutions. Why is it making this noise? Why is the water pressure low? Is it the chain? Is it the flapper? There's a ton of different ways to place blame here. So we go from the brand of the toilet to the plumber and his hose to the mechanisms of the toilet in general. And we don't come to a solution at all. The jury is still out on that. But the big thing here is we went through all of these placed blame situations and scenarios before we decided to relent and finally call a plumber. So the plumber is coming today, and we'll get our solution. I pray to God we will get our solution, but that's not the biggest part of the story here. So the biggest part here is that's life, right? That takes me back to Genesis 3. That takes me back to Adam and Eve. We're in the garden, we're chilling. God is like, this is yours. A problem arises. What's the problem here? It's the cunning serpent. He comes in, he's whispering all this good stuff to Eve about how she can eat from the tree of good and evil, and then she'll know, like God, she'll be able to see. Her eyes will be clear to see good and evil. And she's like, cool, give it to me. She takes the fruit. She's like, here, Adam, taste this. They're all up in it. Then they notice, we're naked. That's the issue. So they go and hide from God, and as he's looking for them, what do? They place blame. Adam is like, you gave me this woman, she gave me this fruit. The woman is like, this cunning serpent came up to me. He told me I could be like you, and therefore I decided to take him up on the offer. And of course, we know responsibility is key here, and nobody takes it. Nobody takes responsibility. Everybody places blame, as opposed to getting that information from the cunning serpent and then saying, let me go back to quote unquote my plumber and really get answers as to what could be the issue here. If I eat of this tree, what could be the possible problem that presents itself? And so a lot of times when there's a log in our eye, like with this toilet situation, they're like placing blame, but the log is, what responsibility can I take here? Is to call the plumber, but I don't want to take that responsibility. I just want to be able to do it myself. I just want to have eyes like you, Lord. I want to see good, and even for myself, I don't want to have to call on you for this. I just want to be able to have the power to determine for myself. But what happens when I try to do it on my own? I then hide from God when it doesn't go right. I'm like looking around, like placing blame. I'm searching the internet for the answer, and they're not giving me answers. They're just giving me what the problem could be, but they don't give me a solution. So what do I need to do in order to remove a log from my eye? What do I need to do in order to really take on what the cunning serpent has told me and go back and find truth? What do I need to do when I have exhausted myself beyond what I should have exhausted myself for the toilet situation? And now I am looking at it like I don't have the answers. I can't see clearly. I need to go back. I need to find the plumber who can bring about solution. I need to sit down, take responsibility for what I can do, which most of the time is not a lot. But I need to sit down with that much, because if I don't, I run the risk of spending more money. I run the risk of taking the advice of people who are walking around who look like they could be plumbers. They look like they could be somebody who has all the knowledge. I spend more money, I talk to them, and now I'm exhausted. When really what I could have done is, quote unquote, went to my plumber originally, firstly, when I saw the issue persist, because I'm not a plumber. I don't know the ins and the outs of the toilet, but this did give me knowledge to know more about toilets, but it doesn't make me a plumber. So even though I know more about sin, even though I know more about a cunning serpent, even though I know more about what it feels to be ashamed, even though I know more about what it feels to hide away from God, that doesn't make me God. Knowing good and evil, eating from the tree of life, the tree of good and evil, does not make me more like God. I still have to sit with him, take responsibility for what I've done, and then ask him to come into my home and fix my situation. I can't go around placing blame, telling my brother, look, let me get that speck out of your eye. Look, you gave me a faulty hose, here's your speck. Look, it's the brand, here's your speck. No, it's me. I have to get the log out of my eye, which means I'm not going to God first. That's my log. When I don't go to God first. So in order to get the log out of my eye, I have to be going to God first with my problems so that he can bring about solutions, not he can tell me what the problem is. I don't need anybody else to tell me what the problem could be. I need God to come in and bring me a resolution. Woo, woo. Okay, so sorry, Kirk Franklin. Anyway, so today, how to remove a log. It is going back to God, unashamed, when you are in a situation where the cunning serpent has come unto you and told you this is what you need to do. You can do it yourself. It's no time. You don't have the time to consult with God. Just go and do it yourself. This is an easy fix. Yeah, anybody heard that from Satan? This is an easy fix. You can do this yourself. You cannot do this yourself. You have to humbly go back to God with the log in your eye and say, Lord, I need you to remove this. I need you to come into my home and bring resolution. I need you to assist me, because I know sin and I know Satan, but I am not you. So I hope, girlfriends, my long-winded story today doesn't help you to resolve toilet installation in your home, but that it helps you to realize that when those problems persist in your life, you have to go back to God for a resolution, not back to checking off the list and placing blame with other people and other events, but go back to God and say, I need a plumber. I need someone who knows. I don't need Satan to tell me that I know, because I don't. I need a plumber. Long-windedly, I hope that you are strengthened today, girlfriends, to go back to God with your problems, to seek resolution for those things that you have sought to fix yourself. And I hope that you are not continuing to walk under the cunning serpent who wants you to believe that you have all the answers. The log is in your eye, and the only way to see clearly is to return back to God so that He can remove it. Have a blessed Monday. I hope you enjoyed this very long story, and I will, of course, talk to you guys tomorrow.